Hello and welcome everyone, it is me, the lover, awesome Monster Power to do this back for you with another step in the journey through the Master Duel ranked ladder with Morphtronics. Before we get into the games today, I did want to make a couple changes to the deck based on a bit of feedback I've gotten in the comments under the last one. We're going to cut the crossroad designator, and I've kind of agreed with Svetomir Chief's sentiment that I think just running the 2 caught by is much better. Yeah, I've done the math on this. Like, I'm a religious, run 40 cards kind of guy, but the math between 40 and 41 is not a whole lot different. So, we're going to run the 2 caught by, see how that goes. Otherwise, it's the same list that I threw into the mix last week. Playing 3 Ash, 3 Imperm in the main, just to kind of help us in those games where we are actively going second, and also, kind of help out brickier hands, if that makes sense. We're maxing out on Converter because of that, so we, in those more low-powered scenarios, since we're not playing a whole lot of extenders, can at least make our way into, like, some form of extra deck boss, whatever that may be. But with that off the way, I think it is very much time to get into some games here. So let's go ahead and do that. We are going second for this first one. We'll see how that goes, Got some new sleeves today. Sick OCG sleeves with the Power Tool Dragon on the back. And this is looking like a very good hand for going second, having access to an Imperm and a bit of engine is pretty good, and that's... Somebody didn't open that grass looks greener, because that deck looked like 60 cards to me. This certainly is a deck. Playing the Burning Abyss monsters to make Zen Mighty? Oh god, is this like a... What? Let's not talk about this. There's an Ice Soul in there. Oh no. We are going second indeed, yep. I think the days where, our opponent hands us that going first are numbered, and if our opponent in this, ELO bracket hands us the option to go first, I think we need to be very, very afraid. This is crazy. Telephone Converter, Imperm Ash. Should probably do us a lot of good. Okay. This is one of those self TKs, right? Why am I seeing this stuff in platinum? This is like very odd. Abare Ushioni pass. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I guess we take another free win. Please don't let this be one of those episodes again where I sit down to record and I find like the 6 people in Plat 4 that are like absolutely trolling. One more win to Plat 4. Here goes nothing, I guess. Well, apparently we're about to lose, so that's a thing. I'm about to get absolutely. Is this like the 3rd lost coin toss? I'm going second, but like hold up, Konami. Oh, and of course this time we open all engine. No. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Prosperity for how much? Mutant Beast. Oh no, not Shifter. Please don't take Shifter. Please don't take Shifter. Don't be like that. Don't do me like that. Take a mutant. You need engine, right? Surely you need engine. Oh, yes, he needs engine. Jesus Christ. Oh god, please. Not Shifter. Summon ST. That's a mutant spell trap. Yeah, no disruptions. Go off king. Yeah, so Beast, Arsenal, Cry is like what I know about. So there's the ability to quick effect fuse into a lot of stuff. I'm thinking what... Oh, no. Imperm, a crazy top deck. What am I scared of the most here? I think it's Arsenal, right? Yeah, I think it's absolutely Arsenal. We're going Imperm. These things are targeting immune. Yeah, this way we take Beast. They can all... they can all not be targeted by... Okay, okay. Yep. You learn something new every day. I think we Converter. Put this gamer on top of our deck. This looks like super scuffed, but, you know, bear with me for a second here. And then, if he doesn't shotgun the Cry, okay. That means we get to Machine Dupe Cellphone here, which means we're still losing out on a Cellphone trigger. But it could be worse. It could be a lot worse, yeah. Could be a lot worse. This way we can Cellphone again. Ooh, Smartphone's crazy. Yeah, Smartphone's really crazy here. Those are some pretty crazy ones. I think we go Telephone. I'm thinking. Because I think he cries here. That's huge, right? Because... Oh, it's Ultimus. Card effects activated, banish a mutant card from hand, graveyard, or face-up field of the same type. Has a mutant in grave, so... Negate it. Well, that certainly makes this a lot harder. And you can also just be funny and make Underworld Goddess. You know, we've not done that in a hot minute. But the problem is Phoenix just gets negated. Is there like a crazy bit of recursion he has? I don't think so, right? A mutant doesn't have like a... Yeah, I think it's Underworld Goddess. It is absolutely Underworld Goddess, I think. We could even be so funny and make the Underworld Goddess with an IP Masquerader. Yeah, I think we do that. We make IP first. We're losing the monsters anyway. Make IP Underworld Goddess, yeah. That's absolutely the play. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's see how much I'm about to lose, because it is time for the anti-cheese white woman. And that's game! Let's go! We take those! Oh, that's a really good one, yes! You know, if it weren't for those, like, 2 absolute freebies we got, this would feel like I actually deserved this. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, opener for that game was crazy. And the line was the line. I saw the line. I saw the line, chat. I think I saw the line. He was cooking and it turned out well. And that poor man just didn't have an out for an indestructible underworld goddess, which, you know, Towers Turbo is a deck archetype I am a huge fan of, which I think a lot of people wouldn't necessarily agree with. I think Towers Turbo is like a thing where you either hate it or love it. Oh, we're going first. That's very menacing. Jesus Christ. Please don't hand trap me. I will cry. Oh, that's crazy, dog. What the f... Who's shuffling this deck? Mr. Konami, your check is in the mail. I think we fish for like an Ash here, maybe. Fire the Saffron blind. I know that's like the risk of hitting, you know, another one. But with a converter, we can kind of rectify that, even if we do. Just fishing for like an Ash and Impalm here. In case, you know, somebody, yep, is a bit trigger happy on those hand traps. Converter only puts the monster back on resolution, right? Yep. But that means we still have to lead machine duplication. So this better not be Ash. I should turn off my Steam notifications. I should maybe turn off my Steam notifications. Oh well. Let's get it twisted. Smartphone's a pretty crazy one. I do like Smartphone a lot here. I think we'd reveal Smartphone here first. This way we still have more names in deck, and if we had a name, we turn Repair Unit live, which would be lovely. And there's Boomboxen to save the day. Interesting. I feel like I'm walking into like the fattest Nibiru in the history of Nibirus. I think we... It's just Telephone, right? Yeah, it's, I think, absolutely just Telephone. To be fair, Remoten gets us the Telephone anyways, and we have a Repair Unit in hand. Yeah, then it's Remoten. Then it's Remoten. It also gives us the access for a level 3 tuner here. Apollosa. Because then we can Remoten. I think we just banish Smartphone. Could even get like extra greedy here. Grab a Smartphone. And do like a real funny. I think I'm picking up Converter here anyways. It's like a second Converter's kind of dead. Which is, you know, usually the issue with running 3 Converter. But personally don't really mind that here. Since we can make a lot happen anyways. We go Telephone here. We Telephone for cell phone. And if we just so happen to hit another remote in here, I think we can even make a bit more. That's a 1, that's a miss. That is unfortunate. Yeah, Tuna Apollosa because it's funny. Tuna Apollosa. I think we make Naturia Beast here. Or do we? Yeah. Right? Yeah, I think we make Naturia Beast here. And if anything... Or do we make Naturia Beast? Wait, we can make... To be fair, we can make Musashi into Assault Stardust. Which is also kind of nice. Yeah, I think we do that. Spells literally aren't real. Which one do we take here? Because I'd like all of these to make an appearance again. Yeah, I guess we just put back the earphone then. It's a bit sad, but I think we can work with it. We'll go repair unit here. Pitch boxen. Summon remoten. This way we're like kinda, you know, committing a bit of gamba when it comes to the axis of Naturia Beast. Smartphone's like... We don't have another name in hand, so I think it's telephone. Yeah. This way we make Excel Stardust. We can go Excel Stardust. Summon telephone. If we roll a 4 here, we're kind of chilling. That's a 2, but that's kind of fine. Sadly, no access to earphone this turn. So we need to, like, find boomboxing exactly here. Yeah, I think it's remoting then. Remoten's the one way that we maybe get to something here. But I think before we fire remoten, we are... Do I have a Saffron left engrave? I don't. Braver. Still would kill for an option to just equip everything at once. That would be really lovely. And then we can go remoten. Banish smartphone. Add smartphone. Should have maybe made this with like an Appaloosa. Made the Appaloosa with a Phoenix, but you know, it is what it is. Because that way we would have had IP Masquerena for... Just remoten. Well, in that case, not a whole lot to do. Yeah, no real value in firing Braver just blindly. So I think we go Link Karibo, we tribute off the smartphone, and then we just pass. This is a bit rough. But there literally was like no other line. I mean, I could have just like not used the Musashi. I think that's like the one correct play there. Just like not use the Musashi. Just because there's not a good target. Because that way we could have just made an Ad Beast here, which probably wins us the game. Witchcrafter by Street. Wait, these silly geese all like need to activate monster effects, right? I'm like 100% certain we just like hard negate the Schmetter here and we just win, right? If like, you know, opponent goes to like Schmetter, discard a spell, summon a Witchcrafter, right? I mean, you can also just Ash that. I think I'm fine with, you know, just go ahead, I guess. Because, like, even the golem doesn't do anything here. Because I think Aruru needs to activates card effect that targets a spellcaster. Yeah, that's cute. However, comma. That doesn't do anything. Okay, if I tribute this, discard a spell, special Witchcrafter. Sends the buy street, okay. I think we just ash that, right? Just be rude about it. To be fair, this loses to called buy. This loses to a lot of shit. That ash was terrible. I should have just Apollos at this. You silly goose! I ash the normal summoned Witchcrafter, and what am I met with? Joe. Joe who? Joe branded. It is crazy. To be fair, none of the like fusions he can make do anything here, right? Because we just Braver, send Extreme, I think. Negate Albion, and then we are kinda chilling. No, I would like to negate. Last card in hand is unknown. But Witchcrafter branded is kinda cooking. Yeah, this is like an absolute 100% please Apollosa this. Battle, okay. Forces out the Link Kuriboh. I think he gets Cartesia back, right? Yeah, we Link Kuriboh this, so, you know, has to crash. Probably crashes into Southfawn, gets, like, branded in red here. Doesn't crash? Okay, that's weird. That is weird. I think we keep the Apollosa by all means. And just make like a big silly access code here. And that is game on board, baby! Let's go! Whew! We did make platform, which is an improvement. It's an improvement, yeah. Duh. But yeah, I think this is where I will wrap this one up. I think this was some really banger games, not gonna lie. The deck just kind of worked perfectly, I think. You know, I think you couldn't pick better hands than I saw in those 5 games, which I think most of you will agree with. So yeah, I still really like this list. Nothing else really to say. I like this list. I know I've been, you know, playing something very similar in the TCG, and just like the look of it, the feel of it, because, you know, it just feels good. But yeah, a huge thanks for your input and just your nice messages under the last one. As I've, you know, kind of said in a community post, this really means like the most to me, that like my Morphtronic based content is still something that gets good retention and also responses from you guys, be it, you know, tips in the comments, As mentioned, you know, a couple changes on this decklist here are based on suggestions from the man, the myth, the legend, Svetomir Sheev in the comments. So yeah, that's incredibly humbling and just so amazing that so many of you guys are just, you know, coming back each episode and just sitting back down to watch a silly goose play, you know, their pet deck on the Master Duel ladder. But with that out of the way, I will just thank you once again for watching. It means so much, so much to me. And yeah, with that out of the way, I will see you guys again next time. But until then, goodbye.